On today's episode of the Roadhouse podcast, Roadhouse and Winnie D's talk about their boycotts of the week and what they are canceling.
Canadians protesting outside of Chick-fil-A in Canada. How the hell a Chick-fil-A showed up in Canada? I have no idea. How the hell these protesters showed up in front of a Chick-fil-A? Dead?
We also talk veganism and the restaurants thirsty for attention.
And we warned you. White Claw, is it drying up? And Jules, could your 15-year-old son drop dead?
And on today's Sports House with the Roadhouse, we talk the AB saga that just never seems to end. We give you an update on the Roadhouse Fantasy Podcast League, and we give you a little opportunity to make some money on some gambling picks. Stay tuned.
When I'm with you, I feel alive, I just let go. When I'm with you, I feel alive, my walls explode into solid gold.
All right, fuckers, welcome to another edition of the Roadhouse Podcast. Sorry for the delay. We had a busy ass work week last week making fucking money, but we are back in the studio now, and you can expect your episodes to be coming out every Thursday. We record every Tuesday night. We had a little slip up. We had to make amends, but we are here making up for it. And to your pleasure, the big boys are back.
The heavy hitters.
What's up, Winnie?
What's up, Brody? It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. Just watched a video of Winfield starring in Paranoid Park, a French director. His name was Oui Oui. Oh.
It's an American movie, but not a French director.
I had no idea. You looked like a vampire. Very white. Very pale. Justin Bieber hair.
Interesting. Yeah, Justin Bieber hair for sure.
Jacked off 3 times a day. 16.
I don't even know if I knew. Yeah, well, maybe. Who knows?
At 16?
16,
I learned
you're
how to
probably
jack
doing
off in
3,
8th grade.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, now that I think about it, probably was.
Oh, there we go. There you go. I told XL, I'm like, hey, if you catch me slouching, fucking like flip me off or something. And he was like, good. All right, noted.
It wasn't a French guy. It was the reason Rhodey's saying this is because the premiere was in France in a little town that you guys might know of called Cannes. And it was
Never
a film festival there called the Cannes Film Festival, which is arguably the most
A lot of hotties.
prestigious. Actually, there are a lot of hotties.
A lot of hotties.
And a lot of nude beaches. Film festival in the world. So
Did you go to the nude beach? Which director?
we had to walk past it.
Did you have to like jack off in a plant before you had to sign your 3 lines? or how did that go?
Jack off into a plant.
You know, was Harvey Weinstein like, why would you
I
like
wonder
to be
if
in this
Weinstein
movie?
was there at the time. He probably, I don't know.
Crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
All young, still disgusting looking.
I think I was cuter then than I am
No,
now.
not you, Harvey.
Oh,
if Harvey was out there, he's trying
I
to
probably
find
would
his
have been
next
fair
victim.
game for Harvey, yeah.
What do we think about that? Because
I think it's terrible.
it is terrible, but we also know that there are people that will do precarious things.
To get into movies,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So we're not surprised if we find out that an actress sucks a dick to be the next insert role here. I was going to say
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, but Gal Gadot, I just don't want to imagine Gal Gadot like sucking off Harvey Weinstein because Gal Gadot is such a hottie.
And she's
And
Israeli.
that would be a tragedy.
And she was in the
And she did 2 years of military service.
Yeah, so she probably
And I'm a huge proponent of that. I think
putting people in the military
a 2-year
service.
service, it's even if you don't see active military duty, you still get the structure, the what's that word? Discipline.
Really?
Yeah, you
Okay.
get a real good sense of discipline because everything is family oriented. You need to rely on the person next to you. I just think overall it's a good thing. You wouldn't have all these do nothing people on fucking social media always.
Yeah, I agree. Well, what's sort of our version of that? I mean, we don't have anything required.
Wrestling.
Right?
I had like
Wrestling
sports.
is required.
Like, dude,
Yeah, sports.
I wrestling practice, man. It was just wrestling in
It's
high school
religious,
is so discipline based that it's like you can't wrestle at your own weight because there's other guys that are 20 pounds heavier cutting down and they will fuck you up.
Yeah.
And so you got to cut down, but you're in a place of you're losing weight and you have to weigh in before the season starts at a weight to wrestle at. And you could go like 5 pounds under that. But it's like you just learn hard work and you just get fucked up, man. Like I just don't. You get yelled at. You just learn shit. It's an experience that is very hard to explain, but I feel like a lot of people are lacking.
Okay.
And I think that this moves on to your future life, say after you graduate high school, after you graduate college, if you're not where you want to be, I feel like people don't have hobbies.
Yeah.
People don't have hobbies anymore. And I had this talk with,
I
wish Baby Squirrel was here, but I had this conversation with her. I see a lot of women that like in our friend group that are married, and I'm like, what do you do? That is in the lightest way possible that I could say. I'm like, what? Because I asked my wife, I'm like, what? Because I have hobbies. I have hobbies that kind of take my mind off things that I could go relax and do this thing, and it's going to kind of my own form of meditation.
But also in your religion, right, or your sort of community, would you say that you guys have a name out like in Canby and stuff like that?
Like the Russian Orthodox.
The Russian
community.
Orthodox, practice and stuff like that. There's a role, right, for the woman.
There's strict rules, yeah.
Strict rules, yeah. So she's supposed to be like a homekeeper, right?
The beliefs for the most part, yeah. That's how it goes. But in today's day, it's different. Like my wife is conscious enough to move as a unit, move as a team. Like a lot of this, like that role base, the gender role base in my community is very strong from kind of like ancient times where the woman is man first. And I still hold those values also. Like I still believe at the end of the day, the man, we can have all the conversations we want. I will always respect your thoughts, listen to your thoughts. But at the end of the day, the man gets the final decision.
You're just reciting what is already set forth in your tradition. You're not putting your whole like hot take on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the rules that have already been established for the Russian Orthodox.
But there's like some other people that are more prevalent in it.
That like practice it.
My mindset is I'm not trying to be in that mindset.
Right.
You
want to break free.
Yeah.
And you want to be the phoenix.
I have no idea how we got here to this
okay. We're here.
How we were starting it. What did we start on before we all evolved this in?
It's talking about wrestling.
Oh, wrestling again, the discipline,
the discipline, yeah.
The 2-year Iran thing.
Yep.
The military service. Yeah. No, I had a thought. I just fucking went blank. I wish I wrote it down.
That's good. It's banter, you know.
So, fuck. I got stuck. I'm like sitting here trying to think about like I had a main point, but I lost the main point.
Maybe you'll find it.
Whatever. Let's. We both saw finally. Winnie has finally seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
This is true.
And I really want to talk about it because I think that it's it's on my list of top favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
The more you watch it, I've seen it one time, but I've been wanting to watch it again.
But you'd watch it again.
I want to own it. There's subtle things throughout the movie that you're going to pick up on more and more.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the Brad Pitt and Bruce Lee scene.
That was hilarious, yes. So first of all, we should mention, spoiler alert, potential. I'm not sure where we're going to go into.
Guys, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie. It was in theaters. If it's not in theaters anymore and you missed the fucking boat, that's on you. Quentin Tarantino has 9 movies out? 10 movies out?
Yeah, we were talking about this. I'm not sure. You said
it's
Hateful
under
Eight
10.
was his 8th?
Yeah. Hateful Eight was his 8th.
Okay.
What came out after Hateful Eight, Tarantino?
Jurassic Park.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. But it's just, he puts out good material. Very good material.
Thoughtful.
And so if you haven't seen it, you guys just maybe skip about 2 minutes ahead and you guys will get past it. But
let's get
other than
juicy.
that, Bruce Lee. So there was a lot of people pissed off that they think that they made Bruce Lee look like
a cocky,
arrogant, cocky. At the end of the day, Bruce Lee never actually competed in any martial art tournaments. No one actually saw him fight other people. They saw him train and learn shit. And I'm not talking shit about Bruce Lee because I think Bruce Lee really revolutionized martial arts, as in the Taekwondo, or he put out moves, everything. He was an icon and he was an actor. But at the end of the day, a stuntman, and most stuntmen are like wrestlers, like tough guys. You get paid to get beat the fuck up. That's your job as a stuntman.
Right.
At this day and age, a Brad Pitt, like his big body against Bruce Lee. How tall is Bruce Lee? Under 6 foot, like 5'5", 5'6".
Something like that.
Yeah, man, he's gonna throw him around. He's gonna throw him around.
I wonder if it actually happens. You know, a lot of these, it's in like the whole universe that movie's set in has a lot of, you know, it's really tough to, like, you have to be an insider, like a Hollywood insider, to actually know if some of the, like, these little details that they add into the movie are true or not. So for me, that was really interesting. I was always thinking, you know, just kind of like on the edge of my chair, thinking about, like, is this reality or is this fiction? Where does this, you know, because that's sort of the big thing of the movie.
Shabab. And for the most part, very loosely based all the time. And that twist at the end, I mean, we could get to that. But the twist at the end was completely a complete narrative shift. Prior to that, I have a thing whenever they say this movie or this show is based on true events, I always have to look it up. Every time, the fact versus fiction. And this is ultimate spoiler.
So if you skipped ahead 2 minutes and we're still talking about it,
skip another 15 seconds. It's a little half circle button on there. So DiCaprio's character and Brad Pitt's character didn't exist.
Okay.
And
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, so those are just made up into this character. I liked how the Manson family is brought into it, and at the end, how instead of them going over to Sharon Tate's house, they ended up going to Leo's house and Brad Pitt.
Getting their dicks tossed around.
And in my case, Brad Pitt was on an acid during this whole time when they
acid cigarette. Yeah.
Can you imagine that people break it in and Brad Pitt was so chill about it? I just think that Brad Pitt and Leo did such a good fucking job. Yeah. Leo was like, I'm a has-been. They don't fucking want me anymore. I can't imagine that. That one producer was like, look, you're always the stepping stone. You're always the bad guy in a movie, and the good guy always goes on to make better shows. Mm-hmm. So the way he portrayed that, the feeling of that character of always being in all these like big hit shows, and then all of a sudden someone actually gives him the fucking reality check. And he was like talking to his stuntman, I don't know if I can pay you anymore, man. I'm a has-been. Hollywood don't want me anymore. And he's just fucked up every day. Man, Hollywood is so fucking weird.
Wait, you think Leo was fucked up every day? Like his character?
His character. He just showed like...
He wasn't fucked up every day.
In the show, yeah. His character was always drunk. And you know...
Really?
You don't remember that when he's like working on the lines and he kept fucking up? He goes in his trailer. You fucking embarrass yourself in front of all those people.
But yeah, that was like just a little bit. Like, you know, it's like... So like the thing was like he drank too much that night before, right? And that's why I was like sort of like...
He was drinking like every day. Where's the local saloon for the set?
Shit.
You didn't realize that? He was like always getting fucked up.
I thought he was less in comparison to like some of the other characters, you know? I mean, everyone's drinking in the movie, but...
Well, I mean...
I didn't see his drinking habits like
in the movie.
Overly, you know, push out anybody else.
Watch it again. It's good. It's a really good movie. I'm a huge fan. It is a long movie. I watched it alone.
160 minutes.
I watched it with Eddie. And by Eddie, I mean an edible. Just so I could get...
I bet.
Because I wanted to just focus. I wanted to just watch it. I was so into it, dude. Oh, it's
now
fucking
you got to try
good.
an acid dip cigarette.
And while... Yeah, acid dip. No, man, I've never done acid. I'm not going to. Too scary. While I was at the movie theater, I saw...
Wait, so you went to the movie theater and watched this all by yourself?
Yeah, well, I've seen probably 5 movies alone.
What did you order? Like, did you get any like snacks?
I had the edible, and then I usually stop at like Plaid Pantry, 7-Eleven before, load my fucking pockets up with some candy, and then I got some nachos. Movie theater, the queso and tortilla chips. Hey man, give me some more queso. Give me like a bowl of it. Like, a little cup. I'm sure you could ask for more. I don't know. I'm just gonna start sneaking in big bags of chips. And just bring a queso in. It's so good. That's my favorite movie theater.
What is it? Which one is it?
The queso and the chips.
No, I know, but what's the movie theater?
Oh, I just recently been going to this one in fucking Salem, dude. It's my second time.
Holy
shit. It's close to my place, man. So I would go to like OC or Bridgeport. Wilsonville movie theater sucks ass. Wilsonville, get some new seats, or Canby. Canby was always close when I lived out there.
Yeah.
But it was like Those seats suck too, man. It's cheap. It's a good theater, but in
So
Salem,
you're saying the make or break for you is the seat quality.
yeah, man. Once you get a seat where it's all leather and reclines all the way back,
Yeah.
and you chilling, got cup holders, armrest room. Fuck yeah,
There's no going back.
yeah. I ain't going back.
You ever been to? There's a lot of great theaters in Portland. You ever been to one in
Yeah,
Portland?
you told me about one of them between a couple of buildings. It was just a sex show.
It's a little, that's a little Portland gem. No, but there's a lot of old theaters that you can sort of like, they were pioneers in like being able to drink and watch a movie. Like you remember you couldn't do that back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of drinking and watching a movie. Like it puts me to sleep. If I have one beer, I will fall asleep during that movie. So I'm not a huge proponent of drinking the booze and watching a theater. Like I need to be awake. I want like a Red Bull and
You're
a blunt.
a real cinephile.
I want a Red Bull and a blunt.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. While I was at the movie theater, I noticed the trailer to Rambo Last Blood.
Oh, I didn't
Can
see
you believe
that
that
one.
shit? There's another Rambo coming out. I don't even remember the
Maybe this
first
is the
few
last
Rambos, but this has to be the last one because how the fuck old is Sly Stallone?
He's probably like 65.
60. He's in his mid to late 60s.
Yeah. That was just a guess too.
He
I
looks
did not
like
I did not cheat.
he literally looks like a plastic gallon of milk that's been like set by the campfire too close, so it's not like it's not burning so hot that it has a hole in it, but it's just starting to disfigure and like
Yeah, Titan.
yeah, he looking plastic. He looking like a Ken doll and not a good looking Ken doll.
I love his story though.
He's been relevant forever.
You think so?
Sly Stallone, all the Rockies. That was young. That was years ago, and he's still making movies. He's still making Rockies right now.
Yeah.
Man, he just had the escape room with Schwarzenegger recently.
The escape room?
You haven't seen that? Just two
No.
old guys trying to figure out a way to escape from some maximum security prison. Expendables. He's got the Expendables.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, come on. So what was he, 60 at that time? And now
Got
he's
me there.
65. It's crazy.
The whole point of that movie was to get all these like washed up action stars, right?
That was all on Sylvester Stallone. He's like, that I could come up with a movie series. Given it was a remake, so let's not get too hot about it. But the remake was way better than the old ones.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
All time, that's tough.
I think I've got mine.
Of all time, honestly, Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
And I have seen a ton of movies older than that. Like I am a huge advocate for like The Godfathers, Scarface,
Godfather's really good too.
just a lot of just primetime good movies. But just a movie that I've seen over 100 times, like. And I told you so many times that I'm a movie buff. I love dramatical acting, but just I base this favoritism on just a movie that I can rewatch over and over, like Wedding Crashers. I fucking love that movie.
The replayability
I'm more
of a movie.
more of a fan of like actors.
Gotcha.
We could come back next episode where I could sit down, make a list for our top 5 movies and compare.
Uh-huh.
But it's tough, man. Because I know that once I leave here, I'll be like, fuck, I love that movie, you know? And I just couldn't think of it in the moment. But I would probably say Wolf of Wall Street is probably my favorite movie, just based on a true story. And I've read the book and I just heard of multiple interviews with the real man. And it's just
Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort. So did you know he was locked up in jail with Tommy Chong?
Oh, from
Cheech and
Cheech and Chong.
They were locked up together, and Chong actually convinced him to write a book about all these stories. And that's
Cool.
where Wolf of Wall Street came from.
Did he get any credit for that? like any
Jordan
money?
Belfort?
No.
Oh, Tommy Chong? I don't know. I know Tommy Chong was on Rogan talking about it.
Oh, cool.
So that's where the people heard about it.
Rogan's our sister podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
We
are
super close. We're always talking.
We
always
are
exchanging ideas.
Rogan with hair. that's what
we're Rogaine, I guess you could say.
So I think all in all, a couple of things about the movie theaters. I think in the Rambo Last Blood.
You just cut me off. I wasn't able to talk about my favorite movie.
What is your favorite movie? I thought that was
thanks.
I thought that was a closed-ended question that you just wanted me to ask.
Well, I would expect common courtey. But,
what is your favorite
That's a really
movie?
interesting question.
Paranoid Park.
This old movie called The Great Escape with Steve McQueen.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Thinking of Lightning McQueen, probably.
No, I'm thinking of
Which is called
The Escape
The Escape.
with Leo.
No.
What is that one where he is Leo DiCaprio is a fraud. He created. Yeah, he had a bachelor degree from like Harvard.
I got you.
And he was forging checks.
Catch
Me If You Can. Okay.
Another great movie.
That is a good ass movie.
One of your favorites?
I'd have to rewatch it again. I've seen that movie about 4 times. But
yeah.
Man, I'm a huge fan. Apocalypto. That is one of my favorite movies, if you've ever seen it.
What?
You've never seen Apocalypto?
Mel Gibson?
Dude, I thought Passion of the Christ was a pretty interesting movie. I've seen it twice in my life, so I have to run it back. It's very interesting. Mel Gibson, I think he's a good ass director.
Wow.
Crazy person maybe on the side, but whatever. I'm not friends with him. I don't call his shots. But The Great Escape, I've never heard of. I've never seen it. What year was it? Did it come out?
Probably like early 60s.
Early, for sure. Haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's one of those movies you can watch again and again and again.
The movies that I have seen from those old times, like the black and white and
this wouldn't be black and white. This is like
this
color.
is not
this
black
is like
and white.
Technicolor.
You get high and you watch those movies, and like it's just a whole different life. It's a completely different life than the life that you know. How they in those 1960s movies, do you know how many chicks got bitch slapped, like backhanded? Like they didn't give any fucks. Elvis thought that he was an actor once upon a time. Not a good actor. Like the movies from like the 60s, 70s, like James Dean
and Steve McQueen. If you guys know, who
Steve McQueen
is basically like
is big time. He's a big shot.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who Steve McQueen is. I just haven't seen that movie that you're talking.
What color hair does he have?
Like a dirty blonde.
Damn.
Like, if we could get there, come on, man. Come on.
He's pretty similar to James Dean. That's what he's sort of like the.
James Dean was a heartthrob, dude. There's a porn star named after him now.
That's right.
I think it's Jimmy Dean.
No, it's James Dean.
Is it Jimmy Dean sausages?
That's Jimmy Dean.
So I'm gonna have to check that out. Catch me or
well, thanks for asking me.
What was it?
It's called The Great Escape.
The Great Escape.
Yeah.
And he escapes the prison.
Yeah, the Nazi. Okay, prison.
That's what the Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger is kind of like a reboot in their own style.
It's kinda,
but yeah, okay, I have heard that. I haven't seen it. I will check it out. I will get back to you.
Also, A Bridge Too Far is really good too. War movie. Sean Connery's in it.
Sean Connery. Remember when Sean Connery was James Bond?
What's that?
Sean Connery as James Bond.
I think it's
Sean Connery.
It could be post
Bond. James Bond.
Could be post Bond. But there are
Who is the best Bond?
So many great actors. Who's the best Bond? Fuck. We grew up with Pierce Brosnan, right?
Yeah.
And so like that was like your cemented like James Bond.
Pierce Brosnan is like, if you put 10 guys in front of me and like which one of these guys is James Bond, and Daniel Craig was in there with Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Connery, sorry dude, Burt Reynolds will be a better James Bond than Sean Connery. Pierce Brosnan is the look. Like,
I think he is the look. But
Daniel Craig is a badass.
He's not the Bond that we need. I think Sean Connery is the most prolific Bond, but if we put
Octopussy,
so tough.
If you could have James Bond Octopussy with Sean Connery, Sav. No, Sean Connery killed the game.
Gosh, who's the other one? Oh, I think what's really funny is there's this guy or one of the Bond guys is named Roger Moore, and he is
I haven't heard of Roger Moore.
Yeah, so you'll probably recognize him if you like bring up a photo of him. Here.
Did you say he was
Roger Moore?
Openly gay?
He is openly gay. And has been for quite some time.
Speaking of, this will just be quick. Speaking of openly gay, I didn't dive too much into this article, but do you remember how people would, back in the days, I did a lack of research on this because I wanted to keep it at the headline. But the guy who invented the conversion therapy of like that would try to like do whatever scientific procedure, air quote, of trying to make gay people straight. Okay. The conversion machine. I don't even know what it did to you, but he just recently came out as gay, and it was 2 years after being fired from the company. And I was like, yeah, man, like, you know how many people? Because I feel like if your family sent you to like a conversion therapy session to like shock your brain into becoming straight somehow, like I feel like they would probably think that you were very like, it's the Q when Dave Chappelle was talking about the LGBTQT, the car ride, the Q that's in the cutoff jean shorts walking on the side of the street. It's like, hey, like that guy. After a while, I think you just deal with so many of those people that they just convince you. Like, one
totally.
time, they're just hanging out with you, like, hey, like, and they probably suck your dick, and then all of a sudden you're gay, and then you get fired from your job. But this is how crazy the world was. Like, people thought that it had to not have been any different than a lobotomy.
Probably not. I mean,
because a lobotomy, they thought that they could shock someone's brain and make them not crazy.
Lobotomy? No, lobotomy is like a
isn't that what that was?
Open brain surgery. It's like removing the top of your head.
Yeah, because they thought that it was a crazy gene in there. One of JFK's sisters
got a lobotomy,
and guys, I'm fucking dumb as fuck, so I can't expand on that. But shit, man.
There's our boy Roger Moore.
Nah, bro, Pierce Brosnan way better.
I mean, he don't you think he's sort of like?
He looks like he's running for
he's like James
Senate
Bond's grandfather
of Washington State. That's what he
Washington
looks like.
State. Wow.
Out of Pullman. He's straight out of Pullman, Washington.
But I think this sort of cement. Like he looks like a Bond, doesn't he?
He looks like Basil.
Oh, Basil.
From Charlie's Angels. Who's Basil's from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like Basil from Austin Powers. Okay. He's more of like James Bond's like, I got to report to you,
Okay, you think it's like James Bond's like like a servant.
Like assistant.
Yeah.
Intern. Okay. That's what he is.
Well, we have moved on. But.
Yeah, we have moved on. So back to when I was at the movie theater, and then I couldn't help but read this article about, how movies have all their movie posters around the theater.
Yeah.
And there's a group of parents, just squeaky wheels, that were talking about they wanted all the It 2 posters taken down because it was giving their kids nightmares.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, so what? I get nightmares too, and I'm 27 when I see the It posters. If I can hate clowns, will I see It 2? Yeah, that's not the point. It's a known thing. Scary shit gives you nightmares. So parents,
it's a scary movie, right?
If you're walking through the movie theater, cover their eyes. If you don't want them to look at it, like, don't fuck up this movie theater's business because your kid might get nightmares from looking at a piece of paper.
It's asking a lot, isn't it?
It is asking a lot.
It's a horror movie. You're supposed to generate horror and
but that's the advertising.
Yeah.
So
that's
the movie.
Yeah. It's really really interesting. But at the same time, I see what they're talking about. But at the same time, like, really, who's going to listen?
At the same time. That's on you, parents. Fuck your feelings. I'm really tired.
Cover their eyes.
I'm really tired that random strangers' feelings feel like they need to be expressed to the ether and people should worry about them. In regards to this point, because I think feelings are so individual.
Yeah.
That at the end of the day, only to you and people around you, your feelings matter. In the whole grand scheme of things, it don't fucking matter how you feel. You just out there yelling some nonsense. Hobbies. That's what we were talking about earlier. And this is full fucking circle. So I'm talking.
Wait. Let's connect that last bit about just screaming out to the world, nobody caring, and hobbies.
Which part?
The part that you were just going on before. You made the connection. We're talking about hobbies. Let's connect that. All right. So you were talking about, your family are the only people who care about your emotions and how you feel.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's link that back into hobbies.
I'm going to link that into hobbies.
Let's see. This will be masterful.
Okay, I was saying earlier, ain't nobody have fucking hobbies currently.
You just skipped it.
But this is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
And this is for the people who don't have hobbies. You sit there, you go on, and I'm not talking, social media is not a hobby. Don't get it fucking twisted, guys. I'm talking my hobbies, like I go fishing, golfing, running. And I mean, I don't think that the gym is really a hobby. I think it's more of a necessity to keep your health up to check. If you could treat the gym as
Maybe.
a hobby, but I think it's more of a necessity, as in
Okay.
keeping your
I get
fucking
that.
meat wagon in check.
Well, I mean, what about when it becomes like sort of like my hobby is to sculpt my body, like to be a little bit more, like fine tuning.
I think that's just like if you're writing an outline and A is the topic, I think that's a letter I or the numeric 1. That's right under it. That's just a subreddit form of health and fitness.
Well, health and fitness can be a
That's
hobby.
just your own
I
like
think health and
crazy
fitness can be a
mentality of
hobby.
like, I want to sculpt my body.
That's a hobby.
Yeah, that is a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is 100% a hobby.
Bodybuilding is, I think, a hobby.
For sure. I see what you're saying.
And
I get
body
your point.
breaking is a hobby too.
Back breaking. Rob.
Cheers to that.
Red bone. What is raw dog? But
Red
back
bone.
to social media. Some people act like social media is a hobby, and social media is not a hobby, guys. I had someone kind of comment on Twitter, and I tweeted that more people need hobbies, and saying social media was not a hobby because people get on in social media. They live in this one spot. And so you just relish in misery. There's a lot of misery and a lot of negativity on social media.
Okay.
So say you go on Facebook, you go on Twitter, Instagram, you're looking at the same profiles, you're looking at the shit that you pick. And if that person, if you can't think for yourself, you're not a free thinker, that you're just following what this person says, and it puts you in this group of just negativity where you can't think for yourself. I feel like when you have a hobby, you go out, and whether you do it alone or with people, it kind of gives you your own sense of, and I'm not talking, don't go do a hobby just to fucking post pictures of you doing that hobby on your social media. Do a hobby that you actually enjoy, that it doesn't fucking matter what people think if that you do that or not. Do something that makes you like, makes you fucking happy. It makes you think about other shit. And this person was like, if it wasn't for social media, nobody would listen to your podcast. That's half true. A lot of our marketing is done via social media. A lot of our marketing is done through outside source. But it's
Probably
like,
why you're listening and watching right now.
and the thing is with that, you could be listening to us doing your hobby. Like, we're not out there spewing negativity or anything like that. And I just think when people get in this social media, they get stuck in these groups where they don't exercise their brain. Essentially, people don't, after they graduate college, if you don't have some job or if you didn't get where you want to go, or after you graduate high school and you don't exercise your brain, like when you're in school, you're continuously learning.
Yeah.
Whether you want to learn that shit or not, that's on you. But other than that, you're always reading books. You find other shit interesting within learning shit. And so,
Totally.
like, since I've been out of college, like, I read books. I mostly read articles. I don't go on Facebook, like, social. I don't get in that. I'm always trying to work my brain, like, work on my vocabulary, work on reading shit. I don't get complacent where I sit there, and a lot of people that I know, all they know is they go to the work where they only talk about work, and then they only talk about what they see on the people that they follow on social medias. So that's like their only knowledge. So they're so tunnel vision on that they don't expand their knowledge. They don't fucking read outside sources. They don't take opinions that they disagree with. People like to keep themselves in this bubble, and
I was going to say that.
it's very detrimental to
oneself.
your own health. Because school, when you're in school, it forces you to learn things that you've never known. And that's why I think podcasts are amazing, because you could find podcasts of any subject that you fucking want. You could find something and you could learn. And it's never bad to continuously work your brain. And I feel like a lot of people these days don't work their brain. They want like instant gratification. They want an instant reaction. They only worry about something for a week, and then a week later they're like, oh, well, yeah, we're over that. Like, Kevin Hart just fucking crashed into the embankment, got fucked up while he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
He did a show with LeBron on HBO, the show with Lil Nas X, Old Town Road, came out as gay. And there was a clip that got cut out from that show. Heavily produced show, like the questions asked on there, a lot of yes men to LeBron. No one ever challenges his position. It's like, I can't watch it because it's very scripted, very produced. And
Sickeningly produced.
one of the questions, like, Kevin Hart was like to Lil Nas, like, you're gay, so what? And like people have gotten pissed about, X tweets why Kevin Hart couldn't host the Oscars because of his homophobic tweets that he tweeted fucking 10 years ago, and it's shit like that. Everyone got on, like Kevin Hart was literally in intensive care getting back surgery and shit, and people are calling him, just a straight person, straight-splaining. What the fuck is straight-splaining? Like, it's just...
Is that going to loop back into that short, mindset, these little bubbles that people are producing?
Yeah, it's just your narrative is what you make it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you stay in this very negative structured mindset where, and like that's another thing that goes back to politics. The people, like, if you're tweeting at politics every day, like fucking Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, like always, and like, what are you doing, man? You just stay in this. You stay in this mindset. Like, there's so much more out there. If you're not getting out, you're not. Like technology is so good, but so bad at the same time. Especially like
it's balance, right?
It's balance is so hard.
It. Because you get that instant gratification. You get that
the quick the quick
that verification that you are doing something cool or like saying something that people like.
I think at the end of the day,
that's the meat and veg, I think, of the social media, right? It's
100%.
It's just the like. It's the retweet.
I think at some point, this will click to everyone. At some point, they will realize that at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck. Like it's at the end of the day, it's just you.
Yes,
it's you and whoever the closest person is to you. It's you too. But at the end of the day, no one really gives a shit.
I think there are some moving tweets, but I think 99.999 and then keep going on till the end of nines.
And for the most part, I think it's a small minority that's very loud.
Yes.
It's very loud.
Our president is still on Twitter, which I still can't believe. That's quite amazing. It's a new age, I guess.
But it's like, what? Are we, everyone has Twitter, but if the president gets Twitter, he's like not allowed. So, I don't know. Like, it's just a lot of people that like tweet at the president. I'm like, man, you know how hard that job is?
But do a week in it. He still has time to tweet, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. Trump, if you want to go golfing, I want in on that. I want in on that group.
Mar-a-Lago.
Dude, I got really triggered last week. Someone tweeted and said, 60 days until NBA basketball, guys. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. NFL, week 1 was just in the books. I don't want to hear about no NBA, no nothing. NBA starts Halloween. This is NFL's time. Sorry, boys. And with that being said, I'm going to bring the same energy into our new segment, Boycott of the Week. Since all you motherfuckers out there want to be boycotting stupid shit, we are here for all the smoke. And I have a couple of things that I would like to boycott. First off, I am boycotting Juul because fuck, I'm not with one of those. I'm not an Optimus Prime vape RoboCop.
Vape Lord.
Like smoking out of those RoboCop penises. Is this mango? Fuck off, Juul. Never sponsor this ad because we don't like you. And we're going to go balls deep onto some new information provided by the Wild Wild West of the internet. And that's my first boycott of the week. My second, I have two, guys. I have two.
Okay.
My second boycott of the week is vegan burgers from fast food places. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. And we will get into that. So those are my first two. I
boycotts of the week. Okay.
How long are we boycotting this? My time
vegan
frame.
Burgers
Vegan
and
burgers and Juuls. I'm never smoking Juuls, so that's a forever boycott. Vegan burgers. I've ate Boca burgers. I don't know if you've heard of those, and like they're good. You know, because we go on Lent. Those are good, but like this whole restaurant vegan burgers, they're honey dicking, and I will get into that. I will get into that, but I want to hear what are your boycotts of the week?
Okay, well, first hot take on your vegan burger thing: just don't order it. You know.
Yeah, I don't. But the fact that I got to see that on
they're providing alternatives. I mean, it's just like the fish sandwich. You ever had a fillet of fish?
Fillet?
Fish fillet.
It's fillet?
It's oh my god.
Since when?
Since the French.
I've been saying it wrong this whole fucking time.
Have you
Fillet
been
of
saying
fish?
fillet?
Yeah, fillet.
Oh
Fill
my
it.
God.
Fill it up with some fish.
How do you say like wine? Okay, say
Wine.
say like a type of wine.
Rosemary.
That's not a type of wine.
Oh, rosé.
Rosé, yeah.
Yeah, rosé.
Okay. Name another one. Name another one.
Oh, how did you just say that?
Rosé.
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 It's just rosé, right?
With an R? I for some reason thought there was an H before the R.
There's a T in there somewhere.
Rosé.
What about Cabernet Sauvignon?
Cabaret.
Yeah, Cabaret.
Charbonneau. We're close.
Yeah.
We're close.
Pinot Gris.
Pinot Noir.
There it is.
Oui.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys. Come on.
So
The Cabaret. We got the Rosé. We got the Pinot. We got the fucking white. Get you a blowjob after dinner wine. Like, we got the Franzia. What more do you want? What more do you want? I love wine. The Braga. Bro, have you had Braga?
never had Braga.
Ooh, baby girl.
Is that Russian wine?
Fuck. Yeah, it is. And I realized that is, I told you I was at the wedding.
Yeah.
This last weekend.
Did they just bring it in like 2-gallon or like 2-liter Pepsi?
Well, it's like beer
things?
is like kind of a sin unless you're making like home brew or home wine that you make yourself. And so this wine is not like regulated. They don't like. There's no science company.
It's hooch wine.
Yeah, it's some fucking West Virginia backwoods
Oh my
fucking dirty
God.
water. That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
but fuck, it is so good. It is so dangerous. Certain ones are good, but it fucks up my stomach every time. Every
Interesting.
single damn time, my stomach gets fucked up a day after drinking it.
I can't wait to try Braga.
I will for my wedding, dude. I still have some aged blackberry
Ooh.
wine for my wedding,
That sounds good, blackberry wine.
and that's gonna have to be a new studio bring out because no one's leaving the studio after we drink that. Like a 1-2 liter
Okay.
will absolutely demolish our souls.
Okay, but it is in a 2-liter bottle.
It's like in big bins.
Yeah.
We put in like wine bottles,
That is
whatever's
hilarious.
accessible, bro. Whatever.
That reminds me a lot of people in Europe, like in Italy and all that stuff. You'll basically like there's like this town, like almost like a water tower, but it's full of wine, and you'll just go up and you'll fill up your little bottle
essentially.
of wine,
We had put them in big ass barrels, like the
Yeah,
fruit's
exactly.
fermenting and
Yeah.
all that.
and you just kind of I don't know, like the whole town just kind of comes up and does it, like they pay the farm or
It
whatever.
fucks you up. Like I cannot
Yeah,
explain to you how bad it fucks you up. Can't drink too much.
a bad hangover, or
A terrible hangover.
okay, I can imagine.
Immobilizing hangover. Son, let me tell you, I can't move. The day after drinking, it's Braga. I say Braga because most of you Americanos out there can't roll your R's. Get some
Braga.
culture. Get some fucking culture, bro. Oh, are you boycotting white people?
That's it's not my boycott of the week, but you could play into it. I don't know.
Wow. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so these are very Portland specific things.
Very Portland specific, guys. If you guys haven't been to Portland, Oregon, that is, for all you India, Nepal,
That's right.
Asian fans.
We
Oregon.
have problems here too. Okay. And one of the biggest is there's a lot of homeless people in Portland. A
lot of them on drugs too.
Yes. And, to be fair, a lot of
Heroin.
them might have mental issues and bigger things going on.
For sure, CTE.
CTE.
Literally asked to borrow my yeah, because they're on drugs. So they just drink a sidewalk slammer and then they hit their head on the concrete. They eventually gain a form of CTE.
Yeah.
They develop a
Potentially, yeah.
small, maybe minute fraction of CTE, but it's there. They're crazy.
And for the people, our Nepalese fans who don't know
There's
what
some
CTE
crazy
is.
motherfuckers in Portland, guys. They're public transportation. You want to do some hardcore people watching? Smoke a blunt. Smoke a blunt on the fucking public transportation in Portland. Like, no one fucking cares. And enjoy the fucking ride.
Yeah, just like get on 202nd and then ride it all the way downtown. That would be quite a ride.
Ride it all the way down to Casa Diablo.
That's right.
ATM only gives you $2, so you got to spend double on
That's a strip club, by the way. So, no, but there's a huge population of people in Portland who are camping out, and there's these huge homeless camps everywhere. Like when I was driving here on the highway, some guy was camped up underneath an overpass.
Oh, everywhere, bro.
On I-5, and I-5 is like the busiest highway that goes through Portland.
And Cali. It goes all the way to Cali.
Yeah, it goes from Seattle.
I-5 You know Cali.
It goes to Seattle to Mexico, basically. Oh my God, it's insane. First of all, worst place to set up camp. So loud, can't do anything. You're also just really limited. You can't really like go out and berry pick or something like that. You can't really forage. It's a rough trapped.
Lifestyle.
It is. But they're just everywhere. Like everywhere you go, there will be like little hidden camps. So for example, I'm taking a bike ride down the river. This is really nice.
He's going to go pick up some crystal.
That's right. In Gresham or something like that for those, for those in the know. And like all along the riverbank are these huge camps set up. And that's
by the
airport.
Sort
of my boycott is why isn't not by the probably by the airport.
I see a lot of
everywhere.
Camps.
A lot of the natural areas in Portland are being kind of conquered by the homeless. And I'm not saying it's like a sin to be a homeless person in Portland.
You're a dick, dude.
Yeah.
You're a dick.
I'm a real ass. But there's got to be something done. I think just because it's such a nuisance. Like not too far back, there was a guy on one of these trails who started chasing people with a hammer. It's like coming out of the bushes and like started like just like yelling at people. So it's a nuisance and also a
statistically speaking,
yes,
of the hammer, more people die from hammers than guns per year.
What? Explain that statistic more.
That statistic is brought to you by Dan Crenshaw, the military man with the eye patch.
Okay.
We'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. I think that's a great teaser. He's got an eye patch.
All right, so the homeless people of Portland is your first boycott. You said you had another
boycott.
one.
Yeah, this has all been building up from years lived in Portland. And my second boycott in Portland is the goddamn trains.
Really? I live right next to train tracks.
Well, have you ever been... So I used to work downtown. If you have to cross between the east side of Portland and the west side of Portland, you're hindered because there's bridges.
You gotta set up some mesh mines.
Some mesh mines.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty reference.
So there's bridges and then there's trains. The trains are
absurd.
Insane. They close down basically the entire east side. You can't go anywhere. You can't turn around. You were just stuck there. And the trains go like
why are you getting
a
so
mile
pissed,
an hour. Because I've been late to jobs because of trains so many times. So what I really wonder is how much productivity, like if we ask like Planet Money or like those like statistical geeks,
the nerds
who really love crunching the numbers, how much money is lost in, productivity
Who said it's lost? I think they fucking use it to get some Ferraris or some Teslas.
Like Ferrari trains?
Yeah. No. They wish they have a Ferrari train.
Oh, no. Well, okay.
You don't like it because
already happening.
You want to boycott it because it's made you late to jobs. You don't like it that's loud?
It makes everyone late. People got to be places and they have to wait behind a train for 30 to an hour every time one of these trains goes through.
Yeah.
And it goes through every day, multiple times. And then with bridges, it's the same thing.
Drawbridges especially.
Like there's no drawbridges in Portland, but it's close. It's pretty... I
thought there was that one that goes
I guess it is a drawbridge.
Washington.
I was just thinking of like medieval guys just like, let them in. And then like they would have like the little crank and there's like city employees just cranking the wheel.
Let the soldiers through. King Thomas.
But I understand how important it is to Portland because that's commerce. You know, that train is full of goods, right? Salmon that maybe that you've
Coal.
Yeah, coal.
For all you bad kids out there.
You know, farts for balloons, anything like that. But you were stopping everybody. Just like it goes right through the center of the city, and it just it irks me.
Quick question. So would you rather have to deal with trains like that or toll booths? Because I'll tell you what, toll booths are a fucking bitch to deal with.
Yeah.
You know how annoying it is? You drive like 5 miles and then you got to pay like $1.60.
Right.
And then you stop and then you got to like 10 miles later, there's another toll booth. This was in like when I was driving from Chicago or from Wisconsin to Chicago.
Yeah, it's definitely more
Holy
prevalent.
shit, relax, guys. You know how annoying that was?
So those are privately owned roads. That's why. That is why. Because
that's a big baller move.
Yeah.
You own a freeway.
Exactly.
What?
But the expectation is you pay the toll and you get to use this road, and the proceeds from that toll will go to improve the roadway.
Sure.
Directly.
But sometimes.
That's what they say.
Sometimes.
That's what they say.
All right.
We don't have any out here in Oregon.
That was our boycotts of the week. Stay tuned for next week's boycotts because there's always a lot of bullshit that we're like, what? We're over this one. Canceled. You're canceled.
Yeah, I've already got some stewing already. This is a great segment.
So there's a group of other boycotters, if you guys haven't heard, in Toronto, Canada. At the local Chick-fil-A in Toronto, a group of protesters pretended to be dead outside of the front doors of the restaurant. There's a video. You guys will look this up. If it's not long enough, we will post it to the Roadhouse Instagram page. There's videos of people just stepping over people with like green hair and pink hair, like laying on the floor, pretending to be dead, not making a word. Do these people have jobs? Like, what's your initial reaction to, like, it was like a Thursday at 1 p.m. and there's just a group of clowns. They weren't dressed up like clowns, but
they just look like clowns.
Might as well been. People were literally stepping over them, like tiptoeing around. I would have just been like, ooh, sorry, excuse me, like pretend to be blind. You come in there with like the red and white stick,
whacking people.
And you're like, oh shit, sorry, like up in the nostril, like tickling the nose.
Can I walk now?
And I'm like, so these people, I think now they're just hung over, and they're still celebrating the Raptors winning the NBA championship. So they're like, oh, dude, fucking Kawhi, bro. You left. I'm so sad. Now fucking Chick-fil-A doesn't have the Popeyes chicken.
I'm so gutted, eh?
Oh, dude. I'm so depressed, eh?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that one.
You know what's way better than sleeping on the ground? Sleeping on the couch, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, friend. Fucking Canadian.
So, yeah, these people, they've made it their jobs to do this.
They're probably protesting Chick-fil-A for not having poutine. Poutine, man. Hey, guys.
That's a huge oversight on Chick-fil-A.
Is fucking good. I love poutine. Waffle fries, poutine style. Are you joking me?
Sounds really good.
It sounds very fucking good. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. The one thing that they're probably protesting Chick-fil-A, to be honest about, is that they don't have any vegan options.
Yes. Well, tater tots, right?
The main reason why this group of green-haired fucks are protesting Chick-fil-A is because Chick-fil-A doesn't offer any vegan alternatives, i.e. a vegan chicken sandwich.
Nice
you know why? There's no such thing as a vegan chicken sandwich. You can't say a chicken sandwich is vegan because a chicken will never be... A chicken is vegan. But I mean, if you want to count insects as like fucking meat or something, like because they eat insects. But for the most part, you can't name a vegan plant-based product after a chicken. Like, And that's where these other companies.
It's chicken inspired. That's a chicken inspired sandwich.
Oh my God. It's not even chicken inspired because it's fucking like, I don't even know what's in these genetically modified burgers. And that's what's going on.
This is just an extension of your boycott.
Yeah, this is this is the extension to my boycott
2.0. Okay.
So there's a couple of fast food chain restaurants. I don't want to say no names just in case you would like us to sponsor your stupid vegan burger. But there's some burgers called the Beyond Burger and the Impossible Whopper.
Okay.
And if you guys can figure out where Whopper's from, that's on you. But it's specifically a fast food chain that I'm about to talk to. So you have a few of these fast food chains. I respect their hustle of trying to jump on this wave of veganism and having plant-based products. But let me give you guys a little fucking reality check. These fast food companies are coming up with good names, creative names like That's So Fetch, but they're calling it the Impossible Whopper or the Beyond Burger just to get people to eat a shitty burger. They still fry up these burgers with meat products. The same product they use a fucking beef Whopper, that same oil that they fried that meat Whopper in, they're going to put your fucking little shitty soybean, soy milk, vegan patty in there. The same thing. You're still going to get meat products on your little vegan thing that you're trying to be so
you're talking about the grill.
Conscious. Yeah.
Like
it's still getting
grease on the grill.
Yeah, it's still getting cooked with meat products at the end of the day. So how vegan is that really?
Interesting.
And do we even know what's actually inside them? Do we even know? So I don't know, and I don't care about looking it up because I'm not ever going to order one. And if you guys want to order one, you do the due diligence. You look up what's in it.
Postmate it.
You're ready, bro. You're going to this fast food restaurant that offers this vegan burger. You just think it's going to be healthier than like a Big Mac or something? No, it's no fucking difference. We don't even know what's in it. All in all, good luck getting Americans to quit eating beef. It's just not happening.
Wow. Good rant.
Have you ordered one of those burgers?
I would be interested to try it. I wouldn't order one.
I'm sure they're delicious. I'm fucking sure that they're delicious.
That's the only way that they can really move people to that,
this thought process of like, there's people out there, some scientists who think that at the end of the day, we could get to a society of eliminating like animal harm if everything's like genetically I don't fucking want no scientist burger, dude. Like this steak was just created by a clone of Babe the bull, and oh my God, fuck off. I just my lifestyle, I grew up when I was younger.
Yeah.
We never really bought meat from the stores unless we were going like camping or something, and it was like a quick buy. Most of the time we'd get another family member like, hey, do you want to go in like half and half on a cow? Or we would fence off the field and buy a cow, butcher ourselves. Like,
wow.
All the chicken that my family eats, my parents have chickens.
Yeah.
This might be inhumane to say, but we have chicken butchering parties, and we'll just have like, I come from a big family from my mom's side. So it's like all the family come over. Everyone will have 100 chickens. We'll butcher them all. And then you have chicken.
100 fucking chickens?
150. Yeah. Everyone.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Everyone gets like 10, 15 chickens. Like, but dude, like we butcher them.
Okay. Yeah.
We throw in this fucking machine that plucks them.
Beautiful.
Okay. After you chop their heads off.
Right.
You throw them in this boiling hot water that like loosens up the feathers, and then you throw them in this other machine.
Feather them,
and like this feather machine is a nuance. Back in the day, we plucked them by hand.
Right.
We plucked these dead chickens right out of the hot water by hand, and now you just throw them in this machine, plucks this shit, and then we just like gut them, clean them, and then we vacuum pack them all.
Okay.
And that's just the lifestyle that I grew up in. We
the way I
harvest
thought it was
all
like
of
you
our
just
own
had like
meat.
150 chickens, and like everyone did it their own way. And it was like this, like
it's like an assembly line. It's an assembly line. Someone goes in because we throw them all in the chicken coop. Someone goes in, grabs the chicken, puts them in this little thing where only like their heads stick out. We chop their heads off.
It's like a guillotine.
Yeah, but we have a knife in hand, and like and
so
it's all done.
It's like in medieval times.
Like we always before we butcher any meat that we are going to harvest, we always say a prayer before. So this is not just out of, just get that fucking rooster over here, about to chop that motherfucking head. Like,
Yeah.
if the rooster's a dick, yeah, that's exactly what we say. But
He's
if
the
it's
first
not,
one to go.
if it's not, and so that's just how we harvest our own meat. So I don't know how I got on this fucking
150
other shit,
Well,
but
we're talking about chicken.
it just, I'm all in all, it's good luck trying to
Fake
get the
chicken.
majority of America to just only eat plant-based products. Like, we're not buying that.
Well, I think there's a big percentage of people who do prefer that. And we talk about like fast food restaurants, and they're trying to find new markets or new people.
Oh, I respect
you're,
that.
You're
And that's
talking
like,
about finding something, and what they've basically I totally see what they're trying to target. Is they're targeting people who don't go to fast food restaurants because they are, basically meat factories.
and I
right?
totally respect that. I
Yeah.
totally see that angle that they're pushing. Still gonna talk shit, but that's just my
totally.
point. But I totally see that. And if you guys want to live in this false reality of this, you getting this vegan plant-based product that's still getting cooked with other meat products, that's
Who
on
knows?
you.
I mean-
that's on you.
I've heard they make a pretty good burger.
Another thing, so like I said, Americans go to get them to quit beef. Another thing Americans refuse to quit is White Claw and smoking those Optimus Prime fucking vape dildos, also known as Juul.
Okay. So you are just unpacking all of your...
I told you. I told you I was hot. I was coming in fucking hot because this shit needs to be addressed. It absolutely needs to be addressed.
White Claw is actually almost in a national shortage.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We're running out of the good stuff.
We are running out of White Claw.
Yeah.
The Claw.
That's right.
Claw Jaw.
The Claw Jaw.
I thought there weren't no laws when we were drinking claws.
Well, I guess there is, and it's supply.
And so the cause and effect to all the missing and shortage of White Claws is we're not going to be able to get any more?
Potentially.
Bro, if you thought that the Popeye's chicken sandwich shortage was wild, where these motherfuckers were robbing Popeyes at gunpoint for chicken sandwiches, what do you think is going to happen when this alcoholic can't get his White Claw fix?
Yeah. Or I think it's mostly just like girls,
White girls, yeah.
White girl wasted is about to be a thing of the past. There's going to be a plaque up at, State Hall that says, white girls 2019.
It is only White Claws. Or
white girls for White Claw.
White Claws. It is only white girls drinking White Claws.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I've never seen a black girl drink White Claw. I've never seen an Asian girl drink White Claw. I only see white basic bitches drinking White Claws.
Yeah. It's the new pumpkin spice latte.
And it's like two gets you fucked up. And White Claw, we love you. Don't get us wrong. We need to stock up. We absolute XO. We need to order in a pallet of White Claw. ASAP.
Mango.
And we selling them $20 a can. Not even a pounder. $20 a fucking can. You don't like it?
Twinkies.
You don't like it? Go to rehab since your White Claw withdrawal is kicking in so hard. White Claw withdrawal, an epidemic.
Ooh.
That is the next epidemic coming.
I
White
like
Claw withdrawal. Can we
It's
make
pretty good.
can we make a t-shirt of like some guy holding up like an empty case of White Claw, and he looks like a zombie because he's just like withdrawing, his whole face is sucked in. White Claw.
We gotta make it a girl though. We gotta
How
make it a basic.
SpongeBob? Remember when SpongeBob was in Sandy's dome and he had no water, and he was like, water.
Was it like hyper realistic? Like when SpongeBob would go from like the cartoon into like the hyper realistic drawings.
Oh
where
no!
they show, like,
It was in the
blood
cartoon.
vessels.
It was in the cartoon, but he was in Sandy's dome of CO2 and oxygen and all that, and SpongeBob just wasn't adaptable to that environment.
Of course not.
You got to rewatch the episode if you guys don't know.
on
Sorry,
Netflix,
guys.
by the way.
And I hate to say it, we warned them. What episode was that? We told them that Jules were
It was the
running
same
the
episode.
fucking
Yeah.
world, man.
The
Recently,
fall.
new information came out. The FDA, hard scroll. The FDA warned the leading e-cig manufacturer, aka Juul, about its marketing practices.
Okay. Because what? They target kids
Yeah, they target kids with their obnoxious flavors.
and delicious.
Delicious.
flavors. Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Delicious. I don't smoke Juuls. I'll puff on it. If I see one, be like, let me see that dick. Let me see that. Let me get a little smoke. Give me a
I
smoke
saw
friend.
the note you called it a vape dildo.
Yeah, it is. Optimus Prime dick. Smoke. It's a robot. It's a fucking robot cigarette.
It is.
AI.
But
And it consumes these kids'
it's fun.
lives. Through their marketing to kids with their delicious flavors, the main thing that really got the FDA's attention was that they were calling it a safe alternative to cigarettes, which has absolutely no scientific evidence to back that statement. So at first they warned them, and now the FDA is ordering Juul to respond within 15 days with a corrective action and its new plan to comply with the federal law. There have been more deaths reported rising, and these deaths are related to a severe lung disease.
Popcorn lung or something like
Popcorn lung. And yeah, that's because I don't fuck with the vapes. Yeah, but it sounds so bad. Like your lungs looking like popcorn kernels. Recent studies have shown that there's an 80% increased volume in the amount of vapors in high schools and a 50% increase in middle schools. Fucking
totally
middle
that,
schools. Yeah. I drank my first Rockstar at 12 and we thought that we were going to get arrested for drinking an energy drink.
That's so cute.
Dude, we had no idea.
Well, then like 2 weeks later you were dipping.
Oh, that was 18.
Yeah.
That was 18.
But I
tried it once when I was 15.
Like you said,
guts out.
We try to tell you guys. Remember, I think we talked about this on the last episode that we talked about White Claws and Juuls. But a Juul is owned 30%. Juul is owned by the company formerly known as Philip
Morris. They got a majority
Morris.
share.
No, they don't have a majority share, but they do have.
They got a fat share.
They got a fat share.
I know majority's over 50.
So
but like 30 is pretty damn close to having your fingers in that business.
So the company's name is Altera, but they're formerly known as Philip Morris. And
knock that stupid shit off, man. Blowing those fucking O's. Fuck off. That's just as stupid as LeBron trying to trademark Taco Tuesday. I can't do the Mexican scream. I
can do it.
What do you think?
I can roll my R's.
What do you think about LeBron trying to trademark Taco Tuesday? Because I will tell you right now,
it's fabulous.
Recent news, as in today, heard it here first, fuckers.
That's right.
The courtroom. The judge laughed LeBron out of the courtroom. You can't trademark Taco Tuesday. That's like trademarking Margarita Monday. That's like trademarking Wasted Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fucked Up Friday,
Alcoholic August. Because it's so dark outside.
Stir Fry Saturday. Sober Sunday. Fuck off, LeBron. You can't fucking have that. That's like Christopher Columbus pulling up to the Americas, like, I am the captain now. I want to trademark this land, and just taking it.
That's what he did.
Yeah, that's what LeBron. Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah,
and he's hated on. People are pissed. So LeBron, the audacity, let the Mexicans have this. Taco Tuesday was here before you, and it will be here after you. And for you to try to make money,
can celebrate Taco Tuesday. Do you think they do?
Yeah, man. I think.
I don't think so. When it's like going to a party dressed as like a Mexican regal.
Do you see the videos? Like, what time is it? Taco Tuesday, and then he does like a Mexican rant and screech. That's racist, but we don't care. I think it's funny. It's good ass videos. But man, let the Mexicans have Taco Tuesday. You don't need to buy it. Either way, you can't because you got denied. And that's along the lines of. Do you remember the "What's up"?
Yeah,
"What's up"? Dude, that's the Budweiser. They actually trademarked that.
Well, so
is that different?
I guess I'd be curious to hear like what the boundaries of that trademark.
Like say if you like, I don't know, the trademark's pretty hard because what if you have Taco Tuesday? Like even if you spell it wrong, all I got to do is use one less letter, and I could create a T-shirt. You know,
right? But like with "What's Up," this is what I'm curious about. With the "What's Up" is like other companies can't use that.
No, yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, they can, but they got to pay.
They got to pay to say "What's Up."
Yeah, Ohio State, the Ohio State, you know how that's a thing? The Ohio State.
Drake's University.
They tried to trademark the word the. You know, obnoxious and ignorant it is to try to. One of the most common words in the English language, because you say the Ohio State, because Ohio State had T-shirts of like that just said the and then the O. Yeah, they got laughed out of the courtroom. You can't trademark. You can't make money off the word the. I'm glad to know that our legal system.
It's still working.
It's still working.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes
just cockblocking these guys from making money off ridiculous shit.
That
would be crazy. Imagine if you just had a shirt like said the Roadhouse. But whoa.
The
C's and assist. Fuck off, Ohio State.
My lawyer will be in touch with you shortly.
It's so annoying.
It reminds me of those Oregon. Because everyone from outside of Oregon pronounces Oregon. So University of Oregon made a shirt that said, it's basically spelled out phonetically how to say Oregon correctly. So I wonder if that's if you could copyright that. I really wonder if.
No, because like when
spelling.
you make a business and you're in the office, just because if someone has like the same spelling, but you're like, no, but I pronounce it like this with an extra syllable. They're like, no, man, don't work like that. So all in all, you can't trademark. You can't trademark.
I don't know.
Simple shit like that.
I think they can make a good point, but like you're tackling the word the, and that's a tough one. That's a hell of a legal team you need.
Hell of a legal team.
Yeah, and you need to get up there.
We almost got this thing wrapped up. We got a couple more things. All right. So on today's Sports House with Roadhouse, your boy, the Browns guy who took back that kick return.
Oh, yeah.
I know we've been talking about it recently, so I have the info for you. His name was Damon Sheehy Giuseppe. All of you who don't know, he slept outside the Browns facility.
That's what it was.
Took a kick return back for a touchdown in the preseason. Well, he got cut.
No.
He didn't make the team.
Dang. Did he get picked up?
No, he's still a free agent.
Oh, gosh.
But, you know, who was a free agent for about T-minus 13 minutes? Antonio Brown.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We talked about this helmet saga.
Yes, we've been...
feet saga. Well, there's another thing. He recorded his coach on the telephone, like had a whole Instagram video. He hired a PR firm to help him get released by the Raiders. And he got released by the Raiders on Saturday in the morning. By the afternoon, he was picked up by the Patriots. And all the talk after he got released was, just wait till Bill Belichick comes in and signs AB. Well, he did. He fucking did it. And back when the Steelers traded him, the Raiders gave the Steelers a second round pick and a fifth round pick, or a third round pick and a fifth round pick for AB. And the asking price was just too big for the Patriots. So there's a conspiracy out that Antonio Brown was in conversation with the Patriots all along, and they said, act a fool. Do whatever you can. Look at how hard it was for him to get released from the Raiders. There's guys in the NFL that have killed people through a DUI manslaughter. There's people who have beat the fuck out of their girlfriends.
Dragged them by the hair.
By the fucking hair. There's people that... Tyreek Hill fucking punched his pregnant girlfriend. Like...
in the belly, just like boop, 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 boop.
And they're all still in the league. They're all still in the league for the most part.
Yeah.
And AB, look how hard it took all this dramatic nonsense to finally get released. And what's convenient is the moment he becomes a Patriot, and this is why I just think it's billionaires playing chess. For those of you who don't know, Antonio Brown is now going through a civil lawsuit, not a federal, not a criminal, a civil lawsuit of sexual assault and rape by his former trainer. Mind you, all this accusations took place in 2017, 2018 when he was a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. None of that information got out. The moment he goes to the Patriots, and the Patriots betting odds, who are looking to be unstoppable. They're looking to win a Super Bowl this year again. Like, absolutely unstoppable. All of a sudden, this comes out and creates all this media. It's just billionaires playing chess. And the civil lawsuit's for $75,000. So it's
That's chump change. That's like a fine, right?
Yeah, it's it's not even that much.
Yeah.
There's reports of after the allegation, she asked Antonio Brown to continue working for him. All this other shit, continue to go back for him. So it's like, I don't understand if you got like raped or sexually assaulted by someone, why would you want to continue a further relationship if it's like not your spouse? Like, I'm not saying for your spouse it's okay for you to do that kind of stuff, because it's absolutely not. But why now? Why? And because he's been in the spotlight for so much stupid shit, the helmet, the feet, getting cut, like so much stupid shit. He's at a moment where he's vulnerable, and he's the kind of person he brings on all this unwarranted attention because he does stupid shit. He's so like egotistical, full of himself. He's an amazing football player, but his mindset is just, he allows all this information to come his way. He invites and welcomes a lot of this controversy on him.
Yeah.
So when you have a serious accusation like this, especially at a time when he's been talking about it in ESPN for the last month, last month has been talking to him. Now is the perfect time to come in and be like, everybody already has a fucking narrative on Antonio Brown. And in today's society, I really think it is a place of you have to prove your innocence instead of instead of innocent until proven guilty. It's you're fucking by the public's eye.
The public's eye.
But watch.
To be fair, it is by the public's eye, and it is the judicial system to figure out if that's.
He scores 4 touchdowns on Sunday. No one's talking about this. I mean, that's very ignorant to say because everyone will still be talking about this charge, but people will be like.
So wait, what's the charge again?
Sexual assault and rape.
And it's in a civil
court.
Interesting.
There's no cops involved or anything. But the thing is, the cops could see this case and they could be like, there's enough there to investigate.
Yeah.
But my own take, I'm going to let the facts come out. And I will say this right now, if he did commit whatever he is being charged or the sexual assault, if he did rape her, absolutely put his ass in jail. Because that is not right.
It won't be in jail because it's a civil. It's
exactly.
Civil.
And that's like, so now the NFL is at a point where the
really
NFL
confusing.
is its own judge and juror. The NFL can do whatever the fuck that they want.
Well, what can they do? And
Antonio Brown was like, oh, I'm going to counter sue. I'm going to do everything possible to allow. He's pretty much turning this into a thing because there has been stories of these athletes whose careers have been ruined by false accusations where they've went to jail for
like
10
OJ?
years. Not OJ. not OJ.
Totally kidding.
But he wanted to like show like, I'm going to pursue every avenue I could take to make sure that this doesn't happen to people. False accusations. And I think that that's a real thing.
That's probably what his lawyer said to him because that just sounds fishy. Like, it to me, it sounds like a cash grab to go into civil court.
And especially it's a very opportune time to do this.
Yeah,
just like we talked like the last podcast, his helmet situation. We've been talking about AB like the last 2 podcasts about his stupid shit, and then this comes out. I think he's fine. I think at the end of the day he'll be fine.
Well, we'll see, obviously, but I'm wondering if this is this lawsuit or whatever.
I want to know, and she was his trainer.
Right, but I'm wondering if this is a cash grab or if it actually has some gumption to it.
It's okay, guys. I have no idea.
Civil?
Cash
why
grab.
Civil? It sounds like a cash grab.
That's what it is, and I have no idea what this woman looks like, whether it's true or not. And I don't want to like.
Do not put me in a corner with this one because I don't know any of the details.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I don't want to put any solidified assumptions on the situation. But I'm going to go ahead and say that the trainer girl is probably white. I'm going to say she's probably a white chick.
Yeah, we should do a check on
No, but there was like a video of someone wearing gloves, like rubber gloves, scrolling on a phone to fingerprints. And it was a conversation with Antonio Brown, verified. Like they made sure, like prove that it was a conversation with him. And it was the mother of the accuser.
Okay.
And the mother was saying shit like, I know what's going on right now and it's not okay. We could post this on Instagram. I had a conversation of like DMs on Instagram.
From the mom to Antonio Brown?
Supposedly the mom of the victim, the accuser, saying that it's not right what's happening. And
in regards to what? Like
regards to that's fake.
Okay.
This is a cash grab. There'll be more.
Yeah.
Guys,
This is a developing
it's
situation.
all over ESPN. All right. So that was Antonio Brown. This is the perfect storm. And another thing real quick about sports, the Dolphins are so fucking bad. They lost 59-10 that half their team contacted their agents and were like, call the team. We're requesting trades.
Wow.
They're tanking for Tua, Alabama's quarterback. Everyone knows it. So if you're playing fantasy, if you see that your team is playing the Dolphins, start those players. Fucking start those players. All right, guys. Week 1 NFL football is in the books. We are here. No CTE here. The way that kind of sounded, CTE. That is CTE at its finest. This is my old fucking war helmet. And I just want to let you guys know the Roadhouse Fantasy Podcast Fantasy Football League. Week 1 is in the books. And we're going to recap the Week 1 matchups.
Let's hear it. Yeah.
Team Ricky Bubbles versus Team Baby Squirrel. Ricky, oh no, that's Week 2. My bad. My bad. We got to cut that part out. So Week 1, Team Baby Squirrel versus Gruden's Minions. Gruden's Minions gets the dominant win, 138 to 103. We're not rounding. You can see the decimal points, but that's fine. Matchup 2, Team Ricky Bubbles versus Oregon Justice, also known as Orgo Farms. Only the best marijuana around town, grown by Orgo Farms. That score was Orgo Farms 122, Ricky Bubbles 107.4. The third match of the day was Nick Ahan, the number 1 overall pick, facing Daddy Roadhouse. Like, did we think that Roadhouse was going to get an L here? Not a chance. Roadhouse goes on to win in dominant fashion.
Who's your QB?
131 to 107. My QB is Kyler Murray, number 1 pick.
Okay.
But I picked up another quarterback because I was that team. He got sacked by his own lineman.
Oh, nice.
There's a scene like his lineman like got turned around somehow to where he was facing his quarterback and sacked him. I'm like,
side note,
like this is gonna be
I
a
have
long
a video
year.
to show you
And
after this.
He was the number 1 pick, Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Not the number 1 pick. So he was the number 1 pick in football, but in baseball, Kyler Murray was the 4th overall pick in the first round. So
Golden Child.
I'm thinking, you guys want some good bets, some good Vegas betting odds? Kyler Murray under 3,500 pass yards. He's gonna get hurt. He'll be in the MLBs in 2 years. He's gonna be like, fuck this. I have the worst line in the NFL. They play the Ravens next. The Ravens just trounced the fucking Dolphins 59-10. And then this guy, and he's 5'9". He's a small dude.
And he's QB.
Yeah, QB.
Wow.
He's 5'9". Like, he's a baseball player.
Yeah.
All in all. Heisman winner from Oklahoma last year.
Sounds like me. Just
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
match, we had producer XO Smith and Team Balls Deep in XO, also formerly known as JM Construction. JM Construction, 184 points to XO's 116. And congratulations, JM Construction. Each week, the highest score, we will provide you a $5 gift card. So make sure you download Cash App. But actually, we just wait on that until Cash App gives us a little sponsor. You know what I'm saying? we need, then we can promote that a little more.
Okay.
Next matchup, we had local single moms, a.k.a. Winnie D's, going up against the Cornhole Raiders. That was a bit of a blowout, 133 to 106. Local single moms taking the L.
I did the auto draft, so
Yeah.
I had to.
Mama Miss Jackson's birthday. You still
It
got a
was,
good
yeah.
team. I've been trying to send you some trades over.
So I saw that. And I
But
knew
getting rejected.
immediately, yeah, just to not respond.
You just don't want to get hustle and
yeah,
hustle.
You're just gonna. There's no way I could.
No,
win
dude,
that.
I'm not trying to fuck you over since you're still trying to learn the ropes. I like
I'm not even
XOs
trying to
the
learn.
ropes.
I'm probably just gonna do autopilot on this one.
Hey, you got.
But maybe I don't know. Maybe I will.
Yeah, you will. He will, guys.
Yeah.
He fucking will. Don't worry. We'll hold them to it.
I'll get in there.
And the last matchup of the day was Team Incognito, also known as Team Potty Peebo.
Let me see.
Pablo Pito. Petey Pablo. And he went up against
Petey
Football And Football with a dominant win, 122-87. Week 2's in the books. Remember, guys, Highest score this week, $5 donated. And for all you guys who are all into football, on Twitter at TheRoadHouse2, TheRoadHouzPod. Just search it on Twitter. You'll find us each week before the college football slate on Saturday and before the pro football slate on Sunday. I post all my picks against the spread. And currently, week 1, I'm 9-6. Follow along and let's win this money together. Week 2, my most recent tweet for the NFL picks for this weekend is already posted live. Check it out. And if you guys win, send us some fucking money, baby. All right, that was the Fantasy Roadhouse Podcast League update. Stay tuned for next week. And guys, we have one more fucking new segment. FAQ this week was someone messaged the website, and for you guys don't know and you guys want to send in some questions, comments, concerns for us, you can go to roadhouse.com, click on the bio section, type in your question, and we will answer it on the following podcast. It was anonymous. Hot tamale. I think that was the email. Okay. Was hot tamale. So she asked, and I quote, asking for a friend, is Winnie single? And what is your favorite non-sexual attribute? She didn't say attribute. I added that because I'm working on my vocabulary. But she was like, what's your favorite non-sexual thing about a woman that gets your attention?
Yeah, I thought it was one of you guys trying to like mess around or something.
I ain't gay, bro. I'm married to a girl.
I don't know.
A woman. A strong, fierce.
Yes.
Woman.
I am single as of right now. And to answer your question, what's my favorite non-sexual attribute? That's like how you were very clear about that. Is I like a girl who's really intelligent and also very humorous, very funny. Yeah, I want someone who's like intelligent, but in different ways than I'm intelligent. So
I'm absolutely the same way.
Are you?
Like, let me break this down. At the end of the day, I did a lot of fuckboy shit. I was a slut.
Oh yeah, you did.
I guess I was a slut. I did a lot of fuckboy shit. I made all my amends, so I'm not here to
Do you have any more beer?
Make future amends on that. I think at the end of the day, I need to be able to have a conversation with you, and I need to know that you have your own mindset. I need to know that you have your own shit, like independent women. I guess that might be my weakness.
Well, also you can learn, I think, a lot from another person.
Yeah, and you can. Yeah. And it's
would you want to date yourself?
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it would be tough. I think back in the day, so like I said, I did a lot of fuckboy shit. So it was like I didn't give a fuck. I didn't really care about people's feelings. I was just I would just treat girls like holes, just trying to get some ass.
Oh my God.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
And I think that at the end of the day, like my mindset, guys, has completely changed. But at the end of the day, when you're a girl,
I've seen it, yeah.
Say, if you're a girl and you're a slut, it goes so far. You might have all the attention, you'll get like all the dick that you want, but at some point you will come to your senses. For the most part, some people don't. But when you come to your senses, that's when something clicks. You'll find your partner. A whole mindset. Like since I got married, I did a whole 180. And if you're a fuckboy, everyone talks. I fuck this chick. Everyone knows that you fucking all these people are hooking up, going on dates. At the end of the day, if you stay in that mindset, you're never gonna find someone that you could change your life with. So that's.
I like how it was a question for me. And then you ended up talking.
Dude, it's like
about it more than I did.
I know, I'm jealous I didn't get a question.
Well, you talk about baby squirrel so much, so they probably already assumed that you were taken. But,
Oh, there's some crazy
But that's really cool. Whoever did send that, that's really funny. Really nice. I'm on.
Hey, good looks only get you so far.
Yeah. Growing up teaches you that, I think. You can get pretty far with a wink and a smile, but I think there's gotta be substance behind that.
Oh, Bubba, you gotta have some fucking game. Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I fucking reminisce on the times we fucking hit up the Silver Dollar. $2 beers, sling some dick. Good ass fucking times. But word of the week this week, guys. We're gonna wrap this bitch up real quick. We have paper tiger. That is our word of the week. And So, guys, the reason why I chose Paper Tiger for this week's Word of the Week was because if you guys haven't seen it, Bill Burr's new stand-up special came out on Netflix. If you guys want some good comedy, kind of relax, enjoy a good fucking laugh, please check this out. Bill Burr's Paper Tiger. And it means something appearing strong or fierce, but in reality being all show and no substance, weak, nothing to be feared. So pretty much talking a big game, but not having the show.
Okay.
Cheeto fingers, keyboard warriors, y'all some paper
Neck
tigers
beards.
and neck beards. You guys some paper tigers.
White knights.
But yep, that's today's Word of the Week, Paper Tiger. Next week we'll have a new conspiracy theory. Is that what we're doing? Conspiracy Corner? We'll have a new Conspiracy Corner for you guys.
Yes, sir.
And we'll have a new Word of the Week. Constantly got new segments. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, Twitter,
YouTube, Twitter,
Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn,
MySpace.
MySpace, hanging out with Tom.
Foursquare.
Are we on Foursquare?
Oh yeah, I think we are.
Mayor. We're the mayor of Pound Town.
Yeah.
If you guys can do us all a huge favor, please go to Apple Podcasts, submit a review, a rating, and subscribe to our channel along with our YouTube. Subscribe to that. Much appreciated. We're constantly posting stuff to the Instagram. We're always there to respond. You guys want to come in, talk some shit, get some heat going, and you want to fucking lose, test your luck. We're here for all the smoke, baby. We got all day for it. And we're here for you guys. Once again, this is the most natural podcast in the whole entire world. Just ask Nepal. Ask Bollywood. We thriving over there.
We got fans everywhere.
I didn't know that they had internet, but we love you. We love you nonetheless.
Yeah, I just saw we had a subscriber from Belarus. So
Ooh. I don't even know where that is.
Yeah. It's an ex-Soviet bloc.
Spicy
country.
mommy, hot
Yeah.
tamale. Or
The Belarusians are killing it.
Ooh. Dude, I want to go to Moscow so bad.
Yeah, it sounds pretty fun.
Let's do it. Check it out.
Go back to your homeland.
And guys, don't forget, donate to the show with the Cash App. The Cash Six
Cash
Pack.
App.
From the Cash App, there will be a link in the podcast description. And just give us some feedback, man. Let us know what you guys like.
Yeah, we respond to a lot of stuff. If you guys send us stuff, we'll respond to it generally. So don't feel like, you're not going to get through the clutter or we're not going to respond to you. We see what you guys sent us. So on today's podcast,
We're one step shy of being in the Illuminati. We got to convince you guys to listen to us. That's the mission that they gave us.
We're meeting with Jay-Z next week.
They said if we did this, we would become full-on lizard people.
Yeah, level 7.
Level
people.
7.
Yeah.
They told me 69.
Oh.
They asked me what my favorite number is. All right, fuckers, dude. We'll catch you guys next show. Thanks for listening. You guys are the fucking best fans in the world. And make sure to check out the brand new debuted podcast presented to you by Roadhouse Media. It is KO'd with Roadhouse and the Four Loco King, a show strictly about MMA, UFC, Bellator, boxing, all that good stuff. So subscribe to that show as well. There will be a new link to it. It will be posted on all of our social medias. And with that being said, also make sure to check out Roadhouse Gambling Sports Picks of the Week if you guys would like to win some money. Or if you guys lose some money, you'll be losing with me. But we're winners over here. This is Roadhouse signing off.